All right, guys, we are in Central California in the Manzanita Oak Scrub, and we're down here hunting hogs. I've never been into California before. I've never hunted hogs in anything like this. I'm here with a couple of guys from the PBS, Professional Bowhunter Society, so hopefully we'll find some hogs out here. Oh, there's a deer.
See some deer?
Yeah. Hiking around these hills and glassing these green grass slopes really reminds me more of like a spring bear hunt than a hog hunt. So this is true spot and stalk feral hog hunting in California. Gonna head over the ridge.
Let's go check the next one.
So we're just easing along these ridge tops here, stopping every now and then when we find some new country. Glassing, trying to find these pigs in these open slopes here, in the greener north slopes where they're out feeding. This is very cool country to hunt pigs in. It's more like bear hunting, just glass in these grassy slopes, looking for them out feeding. Been seeing lots of elk around here. So these are thule elk over here in California. Kind of a cool subspecies. Very hard to draw a tag. The other guys saw a big sow come up this draw right here. I think she's bedded under one of these bushes down here. And so what I'm gonna do is just ease down this side, go up and over, and then try to come down on that bush. And she may be there, she may not, but we're gonna give it a try. So the guys are sitting on that ridge back here behind me. So I should be pretty much directly above her. The shrub that they think she's bedded in. So we'll just take it nice and easy. Do a little bit of glassing. See if we can see her bedded out here somewhere. Exactly the opposite way that I thought it was going to be going. I can see the bush that she was under, just right here. So quiet over here, though. There she goes. Map, map, map. It is dead still over here, dead nuts quiet. Man. Laying right in the bottom. God. have to hike all the way back up to the top of that ridge there now. A nice thule elk shed. Well, she was right where y'all said she was gonna be.
Did she wind you?
It was just dead still.
Yeah.
So quiet over there. She knew I was coming. There's an old wallow right here, and the pigs get in these wallows and then they come rub on these trees. I want you to look how high. That's waist high. That's waist high on me, and that's the top of a pig's back that gets up there. That is a massive pig. Giant boar. This old wallow's all dried up. Oh yeah, it's a big hog. Yeah. Yeah, there's some fatties.
Yeah, a bunch of so look over the shoulder to the look just past the belted one. Those two big ones are on the other side. Now the black one just stepped up. Seems like I saw one down when we first saw him down here that was real grizzled looking.
They were down here, but I think they kept chasing her up. I'd go down that trail. There's a really good trail. I'd get up top and then come down this face,
Yeah.
and then you got a good wind this way. It's going to be
Yeah.
it's ripping up the valley. You should be able to drop down this point, get about level, and I mean it's a great spot to drop down and then angle right towards that point.
Yeah.
If they go over the top.
Oh yeah, there's several coming out now. Oh, they're all going. Oh, there's that big old boar.
See.
All right, let's do it. All right, so these pigs are going across this ridge here. They're just gonna try to cut them off. There's already been several that have made it over, and the rest of them are headed towards that way. They were on the ridge for just a minute, but we're trying to get in position, and they just kept heading that way. Looks like they might work back up this opposite face here. He's a tank. All right, so we're gonna split up. Brian's gonna go down the ridge and keep an eye on these hogs. I'm gonna go up and around this knob, see if I can't get in behind them without buggering them up. Too bad. Alright, so I finally got to the other side. I've still got a pretty good ways to go to catch up with them though. I'm trying to get above them because the wind's kind of coming up this face. Oh, they've been all over this hillside. There's tracks everywhere. Alright, I can see them right here in front of me. I don't have a lot of cover, but I got a good wind. 65 yards. So this sow is up here. The rest of the hogs are way down below. There's nothing between me and the sow except for one tree. I'm gonna ease up the hill and see if I can't get it between me and her. Just blew it. I don't know if she winded me or if she heard me. This ground is really loose, steep, kind of rocky. It's just really tough footing to be quiet on. That was fun. That was a really nice boar in there. And that sow I got close to, she was round. She looked like a 55-gallon drum with toothpicks sticking out of it. Anyway, we'll get up and give it another try in the morning. What's for dinner?
We got pig sausage, broccoli, red pepper, yellow pepper, and onions in avocado oil.
Almost to the saddle. So all of this stuff down below here, it's one of the reasons why those hogs are so fat. That's all almond orchards down there. And in addition to that, all these hills are covered with live oaks, so they're eating acorns. Got lots and lots of food. These manzanitas, they like to get up under there and root out beds. They'll be on these steep slopes, but they root out a little dished out spot and they'll lay in there. But they get up underneath these things and you just can't see them unless they come out. So right here is one of those big beds I was talking about where they get up underneath the brush. Something gets up underneath here. You have to step on them to see them. That's got to be a choice bedding location for these hogs. So, I mean, if there's not something bedded right there, kind of thinking there's not going to be anything on this hillside. There's another bed right down there. Well, no pigs in that draw. Did find a nice shed though, so that was cool. I found two elk sheds on this trip. Both of them were from last year. Norm found a really good set of freshies. both of them side by side. There's a small mountain range you can see in the distance there. I think we're gonna do some striper fishing in the morning and then see if we can hit that up in the evening. But everything I've heard, everybody says it's supposed to be really good. Lots of pigs over there. So I'm looking forward to that.
Let's see what we can do.
There he is.
Bam!
Come back up there.
Yeah. Nice.
Fly boy, that thing was. Oh, jeez.
Thing.
Let's get that beautiful fillets in the boat.
I think we're gonna eat pretty good tonight.
Yeah.
Got a box full of fish. Now we're heading to the hills. Gonna find some pork. Give them a kick from there and they just wind up on the road, right? So way up at the top of that ridge, up in that sheep country, there's a bunch of hogs we got spotted. Look like one big one, one pretty good sized one, and a whole bunch of little ones. And the odds of there being pigs in here?
Very high.
100%, 99%.
100% the hogs are there. We'll probably hear them fairly quickly.
You heard that? I like those odds. So we've made it over this ridge. There's a little road cut that kind of goes around on the brushy side of it. So the wind's coming up right now. And this area below us is a bedding area for the hogs. We're just waiting up here, waiting to hear them before we make a move on them. So we're standing up on this ridge here. We can hear pigs down here. We can see them right. There's a little opening down here. Look like there's one big hog at least.
There's another big one over there by the tree. There's a big one in the south there and a big one in the south in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Or a big one in the piglet.
Yeah.
They may work it out.
The wind's a little bit squirrely right now. For the most part, it's coming up, but every now and then it switches and just goes straight down the draw. Oh yeah, there's a good one right there. So once we get close to them, we're not going to have a lot of time, I don't think. I've decided to cross the draw and come down on top of these pigs. There's fresh hog sign everywhere over here. So I'm gonna get up here above them, just come down top if I can find a route that's relatively open. shot. Maybe he'll run him up the hill to me. So I had that big sow at like 18 yards, and I had a little bit smaller one at like 12, but there was a dang cow almost directly behind that pig, and I didn't want to shoot. I just kept thinking about skipping an arrow off the back of that hog and hitting that cow. It's a good way to not get invited back to a piece of property. Pigs running everywhere. So we had a heck of a last evening. No pigs on the ground, but we got very, very close and saw a bunch of pigs. But we're gonna eat some of that striper and call it an evening.